In what can only be described as one of the most unprecedented moments in South African political history, the nation was left in utter disbelief after reports emerged that the High Court has officially issued a resignation directive for President Cyril Ramaphosa. The news broke late last night, sending shockwaves through the African National Congress, ANC, and igniting a political firestorm that shows no sign of calming down anytime soon. According to sources close to the judiciary, the extraordinary move came after weeks of legal battles, mounting allegations, and growing pressure over alleged misconduct and constitutional violations. What makes this development even more stunning is that the High Court's action effectively forces the sitting president to step down, something that has never happened before in South African democracy. Insiders say the High Court's ruling was not merely a recommendation, it was a binding order following a lengthy inquiry into what has been dubbed the failure controversy and other allegations tied to the president's office. The court reportedly cited ethical breaches, obstruction of accountability processes, and misuse of executive power as central reasons behind the decision. A copy of the letter, which began circulating on social media late Thursday evening, appears to bear the official insignia of the High Court of South Africa, addressed directly to President Cyril Ramaphosa. It states, "In light of recent findings and pursuant to the integrity of the Republic and its Constitution, the Office of the Presidency is hereby advised to tender an immediate resignation to restore public trust and safeguard institutional integrity." Within minutes of the document's emergence online, South Africans flooded social media platforms with disbelief, memes, outrage, and questions. Many citizens described the development as the end of an era, while others hailed it as justice finally being served. The African National Congress reportedly went into emergency meetings overnight, with senior members scrambling to understand the implications of the court's directive. A high-ranking ANC insider revealed that the party is deeply divided. Some want Ramaphosa to challenge the ruling, while others believe it's time for him to step aside to protect the party's credibility. Rumors are swirling that top ANC officials, including Fikile Mbalula and Gwede Mantashe, held an urgent closed-door session at Luthuli House to discuss possible successors. Names such as Paul Moshatile, Ronald Lamola, and even former President Thabo Mbeki have been whispered as potential interim leaders should the resignation be finalized. Ramaphosa's reaction: "I will not be bullied by political games." In a brief and emotional statement from the Union buildings this morning, President Ramaphosa addressed the nation. "I have always respected the judiciary and the Constitution of our Republic. However, I will not be bullied by political games disguised as justice. My commitment to the people of South Africa remains firm, and I will respond to this matter through proper legal channels." His words, though measured, carried an undertone of defiance, sparking speculation that the president might seek an urgent appeal to overturn the High Court's ruling. Across the country, reactions are mixed. Some South Africans are celebrating the move, viewing it as a long overdue reckoning with corruption and lack of accountability. Others fear this could plunge the nation into political instability at a time when the economy and social tensions are already fragile. Political analysts warn that the situation could lead to a full-blown constitutional crisis if the president refuses to comply. If Ramaphosa contests the court's authority or delays his resignation, we could be heading for an institutional standoff between the judiciary and the executive, one constitutional expert told News 24. This development comes at a time when the ANC is already under immense pressure due to scandals, internal factional battles, and declining public confidence. The timing of the High Court's letter raises questions about deeper political maneuvering behind the scenes. Some opposition parties, particularly the DA and EFF, have seized the moment, calling for an immediate transition of power and early elections. This moment proves that no one, not even the president, is above the law. South Africans deserve transparency and truth. Meanwhile, Julius Malema of the EFF was quick to respond in typical fiery fashion. "We said it. Ramaphosa's time is over. The courts have done what the people have been waiting for: accountability. Legal experts suggest that if the court's order is upheld, Ramaphosa may have no choice but to tender his resignation within days. Should he resist, Parliament could be compelled to intervene, potentially triggering impeachment proceedings or even a temporary suspension of presidential powers. As South Africa braces for what could become one of its most chaotic political transitions since 1994, the question on everyone's lips is simple: is this truly the end for Cyril Ramaphosa, or just another dramatic twist in the saga of South African politics? Whatever the outcome, one thing is clear: South Africa is standing on the brink of a political storm unlike any it has ever seen.